Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Well, I can't believe it, I've managed to finish a second car build in a year, and it's my first ever entry into the Pro Street Group build, so I'm really chuffed with that. Obviously, as I mentioned, that my entry is considerably later than the group build. The group build's finished a while back, so I doubt whether Dylan will even actually see this. But as people mentioned to me, this kit was wonderful to build. It really was. I would happily buy another one of these and make it up again. I have managed to paint the engine block, which is something I haven't done before. It's still practically curbside though, to be honest. I haven't painted any of the underneath. The car is finished in Halford's Audi Brilliant Red. And I was talking to Charlie Mack about an issue that I had. I did exactly the same as I did with the Tamiya paints, where I primered it, then I did 3 coats. I did a light coat, and then 20 minutes later did a heavier coat, and then 20 minutes later did another heavy coat to get the red. And then later in the day, about 6 hours later, I put Tamiya clear on. And it went reasonably well. I picked up some dust flecks in the paintwork, which is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. But what I forgot to do was paint the bonnet, the hood, at the same time, and it was several days before I could get back down to the garage to do the spraying, because the weather was just tipping down. So I sprayed the hood exactly the same way. And the difference was unbelievable. It just seemed a different colour. It seemed that the Tamiya clear, the gloss coat, just seemed to be absorbed by the paint, and it was a matte finish. And it was just unbelievable. Whether it was because it was colder, I had heated the cans up which I'd done for the body, so you know, that was the same. The only thing I can think is that the temperature was different, and so the paint dried slower or whatever. So nothing else to report really. I'll just get the build and we'll have a look at it together. So here she is, guys. I have to confess, I'm really pleased with this result now. I mentioned that the hood had turned out looking a different colour than the rest of the car. When I realised that, you know, that it wasn't looking right, I decided in for a penny, in for a pound, and I brushed on some the clear coat, the floor polish, and I gave it 2 coats of that, and I think I was very lucky. It gave it a much better shine, and it seemed to pull the colour closer to the bodywork, although I still think there is a bit of a difference. The other issue I had was I hand painted the drip rail that goes across the top of the windows on the sides. I hand painted all that, but because I was handling the car to do other bits and pieces, I'd accidentally rubbed it off in places, so I had to reapply it. And unfortunately, whether it's because I could see the finish line or something, I wasn't as accurate with hand painting that on, and as you can see, there are 1 or 2 blemishes on that. I will show you the engine. As I say, for the first time I've actually painted the engine on the car. It is just the block. I didn't do the battery or anything like that, so I'll just stop the turntable and we'll have a look at that together. So there it is, guys. I read that the block itself would be in Chevy red, so I hand painted that with my fist on red and just gave it a gloss coat as well. Some of the other parts are finished in Vallejo's, I think it was steel. And then obviously you've got the chrome parts. I could add a lot more paint work to this, as you know. I could paint the battery and the wash bottle and various other things, but we will perhaps do that on the next one. The only issue that I had was that I don't know what this is, the air filter or whatever at the top, that won't sit on the engine if you build the engine completely. There's something else that sits underneath this. I don't know whether it's a turbo or something, I don't know cars. But that was on the engine, and then I put the disc on top, and the hood won't sit flat. I don't know why that is, whether other people have come across that, but because you couldn't see the item underneath the disc, I decided to take that off and just put that on. And it does fit then. I'll just put this back on, and there we go. So guys, this was a fun project. Really enjoyed building this. It's nice to have another car on the shelf. I will be doing more cars. Whether I'll be doing another one this year, I don't know, but certainly if I can find kits that go together as good as this one, then I won't be as worried about building cars in the future. I just noticed that the hood isn't down properly. So thanks ever so much for watching. Thank you, Dylan, for running this group build. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a half decent Halloween last night. Thanks ever so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll catch up with you soon.